And welcome back, 5:51 here on this Wednesday morning. Here's a live look from our mobile weather lab on US 2 in Superior heading east. You can see partially snow-covered roads down there, just barely able to make out a little bit of blacktop. And generally from the Twin Ports point south across northwest Wisconsin, that generally is the trend to start off our day here on this Wednesday morning. Road conditions across the region, you might as well say, across the entirety of northwest Wisconsin, partially to completely snow-covered. Most of the roadways down there look to be completely snow-covered. For us here in the Twin Ports, we're looking at a mixture of partially to completely snow-covered roads. And then as we head to the north, the Twin Ports up towards the Iron Range, as well as those borderland communities, you can see the road conditions are good up there just because, well, they've seen little to no snow. And that, too, is going to be the trend here as we head through the rest of the day today. Again, they're probably looking at very little snow ahead of them. But across northwest Wisconsin, as well as for us here in the Twin Ports, we do have a few more inches to go. Here's a live look at I-35 in Proctor right now, making out a little bit of blacktop on I-35, especially in the right lane. But you can still see a little bit of snow in the left lanes from there. Here's a live look at Minnesota 210 near Jay Cook State Park. Not making out the roadway, but you can see those flakes flying across Minnesota 210. Here's a live look at US 53 and US 63 at Trego, Wisconsin. Looking at partially to completely snow-covered roadways down there. And as I mentioned, that's probably the vast majority of roadways across northwest Wisconsin. And now here's a live look at I-35 in Hinckley. Making out a little blacktop on I-35 down in Hinckley, but you can also see those flakes are flying at a pretty good clip. Satellite radar shows that we did have a little bit of a lull in the action when it comes to snow through the overnight hours last night, but now we have more of that snow pinwheeling its way back into the Northland. That's going to be the trend here as we head through the rest of the day today. We're probably talking about a fairly kind of constant snowfall, albeit a tad lighter than where we were yesterday evening. Winter storm warnings remain in place from the Twin Ports point south in that pink color. We have the entirety of northwest Wisconsin. Winter weather advisory, though, in place for Gogebic County and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, as well as a winter weather advisory in place for the lakeshore regions along Lake County. That's also in place until 6 o'clock this evening. So as we head through the rest of the day today, we are talking about a fairly good amount of snow falling through the rest of the day today. Again, from the Twin Ports point south to the north, talking about very little snowfall up there, probably just talking about mainly cloudy skies. So as we head through the rest of the day, snow is going to be a little bit lighter than what we saw yesterday evening, but it will continue to amount to a good amount of places. Maybe even upwards of a few more inches, especially along the South Shore, thanks to a little bit of help from Lake Superior. You can see some of those darker shades of blue, indicating some moderate to even heavy snow at times. And then as we head towards tonight, I think that's when the snow will slowly begin to gradually wind down. By about through the overnight hours tonight, that snow will begin to wrap up on the Minnesota side of things. Maybe a little bit of additional snowfall possible along the South Shore to start off our day tomorrow. But then as we head towards tomorrow afternoon as well as tomorrow evening, high pressure begins to build its way back into the region. That'll shut off the snow machine as well as feature clearing skies as we head towards Thursday evening and into the day on Friday. In terms of how much additional snowfall we're talking about, I think most places from the Twin Ports point south, probably talking about picking up an additional 3 to 5 inches through the day today, with higher amounts possible along the South Shore, generally from Ashland points east as you head towards the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. You can see that upwards of maybe additional 8 inches in places like Ashland along the South Shore there. And then as we head through the rest of the day and towards when we all are all said and done towards tomorrow morning, most places across northwest Wisconsin probably talking about 6 to 10 inches, 8 to 12 possible for the South Shore region. 4 to 8 for us here in the Twin Ports, and then lesser amounts as you head north. It's important to mention that some of this snow you see here on this map has already fallen. Wind gusts right now, upwards of 43 miles per hour for us here at the head of the lake. Those gusts are going to continue through the day today, at times gusting upwards of 35 to even 40 miles per hour. Then as we head towards tomorrow and tomorrow night, that's when the winds will gradually begin to let up. First, your forecast for today, though. Looking at more snow showers ahead of us as temperatures make their way into the mid and upper 20s. And now look at that 7-day forecast. Snow continues through the day today, as well as the first part of the overnight hours tonight. Maybe a little bit of additional snowfall for northwest Wisconsin possible for the day tomorrow. Then as we head towards Friday, Saturday, as well as Sunday, talking about more sunshine heading our way. Temperatures a tad cooler for both Friday and Saturday. We'll rebound back into the 20s, though, as we head towards next week.